Friends, in this video, I am going to discuss with you about the glycoproteins. The glycoproteins are the important part of the carbohydrates. So let's see what is a glycoprotein. When the protein molecule which is attached with the sugar moieties are known as the glycoproteins. Okay, if this protein which is attached with the carbohydrate means the protein which is attached to carbohydrate by the covalent bond are known as the glycoproteins. Okay, so then the carbohydrate content about the glycoproteins means the carbohydrate content which is present in the glycoproteins, that's near about the 1 to 90% by weight. Okay, and if the glycoprotein with the carbohydrate which contain more than 4%, so this term is known as the mucoproteins. Okay, so these 2 points you have to remember. What is mucoprotein? If the glycoprotein with the carbohydrate content more than 4%, so these compounds or these proteins are known as the mucoproteins. Okay, let's see these glycoproteins are distributed in the cell surface or in the cells, which is having the various functions, such as it will be act as enzymes, hormones, transport protein, structural protein, and the receptor. Okay, then let's see the examples. Where is the mannose, galactose, and acetylglucosamine, N-acetylgalactosamines, xylulose, L-fucose, and N-acetylnumeric acids, which is also known as NANA. NANA is an important of the salic acid. Okay, then we'll see what are the types of the glycoprotein. If the structure which is bound with the oxygen moiety, okay, means if this O-link glycoproteins, it is an example of O-link glycoproteins, that O-link glycoproteins have the sugar attached on the oxygen atom. You can see here this oxygen atom, and this will be the sugar part which is present on these glycoproteins. Okay, so these compounds are known as the O-link glycoproteins. Okay, these O-link glycoproteins are produced in the Golgi apparatus. Then let's see another N-link glycoproteins. Okay, here is structure in this. Here is amide group or the N group, nitrogen. Here you will be having the attachment of the sugar, means the N-link glycoproteins having the sugar attached on the nitrogen atom. You can see this one with the nitrogen atom, and it will be your sugar moiety. So these are the N-link glycoproteins, and these N-link glycoproteins are produced in the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so that you have to remember for difference between for the N-link glycoproteins as well as the O-link glycoproteins. Then we are having the glycoproteins and their major function. Okay, here we are discussing about the major functions of the glycoproteins. We will take the first, which is collagen. The collagen, it is a component of the connective tissues. Okay, and the major function of this compound, which is a structure, means the collagen, it is responsible for the made up of the structures, means from the structure we can having the various ligament and skin can be produced from the collagen. Okay, then second one, what is hydrolase, protease, and glycosidase? It will be the enzymes. If suppose we can take the hydrolase, which is hydrolase is nothing but which can catalyze the cleavage of the covalent bond by using the water molecule. Okay, then protease is nothing but these are the enzymes which is associated with the proteolysis, means that can be catalyzed the proteolysis, means the breakdown of the protein molecule in the smaller peptides or the single amino acid. Okay, then glycosidase. Okay, so this glycosidase is a large group of enzymes that hydrolyze the glycosidic bond between the two or more sugar molecule. Okay, so it will be act as an enzymes. Then we will see the ceruloplasmin. Okay, ceruloplasmin act as transport. Okay, so this is nothing but the peroxide enzyme which is present in the human body. Okay, so main role of this ceruloplasmin, it is nothing but the major copper carrying protein. Okay, ceruloplasmin is nothing but the major copper carrying proteins which is present in the blood. Also it will be act as role of in the iron metabolism. Then next one, which is immunoglobulin. Okay, so you all are aware about this immunoglobulin in our plasma cells or the WBCs, which can produce the various blood cells, and it will be act as a defense against the infectious such as bacteria, viruses, or the fungus. Okay, then synovial glycoproteins. Okay, it will be act as a lubricant, means which can be reduce the friction between the joints. Then we are having the thyrotropin and erythropoietin. Okay, so this is a thyroptene. This is nothing but the thyroid stimulating hormones which present in our body and which can regulate the thyroid thyroid gland growth in our body. And second one, which is the erythropoietin, which is produced in the kidney cell, and it will be prevent the destruction of the RBCs. Okay, it will be also stimulate the stem cells in bone marrow to produce the RBCs in our body. So this thyrotropin and erythropoietin, which will be act as an hormone. Then we are having the blood group substance, which is an antigen. Okay, so we'll see in next one. So then another one is fibronectin and laminin, which is a act as a cell recognition and adhesion in our body. Okay, it will be also act as a cell signaling purpose in our body or various cells present in the cell. Then intrinsic factor, which will be secreted in the stomach, and it will be enhance the absorption of vitamin B12 in our body. And last one, which is a fibrinogen, that is a protein which is essential for the proper blood clotting. So these all major functions you have to remember. You can hang the various MCQs from these functions of the glycoprotein. Then let's see what is the antifreeze glycoproteins. Okay, it is a very interesting topic, which is a unique family of O-link glycoproteins. Okay, so these antifreeze glycoproteins, which is present in the blood of nearly all the Antarctic fish. Okay, so means the fish which is live in Antarctic area, or this glycoprotein can be permit the fish live in the icy sea water as the low below the temperature, which is near about 1.9 degrees centigrade, near about the below the 2 degrees centigrade. Okay, so these antifreeze glycoproteins may be inhibit the formation of ice in the fish by binding the specifically to the growth site of ice crystal, and that can be inhibit the further growth of the crystals. Okay, so this antifreeze glycoprotein which contain alanine, aniline, threonine, repeating unit of the antifreeze glycoproteins, near about 50 glycoproteins, which is a repeating unit which present on this glycoprotein. So okay, so you have to remember this antifreeze glycoproteins. Then we will see the blood grouping substance. Okay, blood group substance. The blood group antigen of the erythrocyte membrane, which contain the carbohydrate as a glycoproteins and glycolipids. Okay, it will be present as a glycoproteins and glycolipids, such as example N-acetylgalactosamine, glucose, fucose and salicylic acid, that are found in the blood group substance. Okay, so this carbohydrate content also play important role in the determination of role in the blood grouping. Okay, so here is a ABO type of the blood grouping system. So that protein can be act as a cell surface marker for determining the blood group. Okay, so B, O, A and P. Okay, so this is a ABO type of blood grouping. In the A antigen we are having the N-acetylglucosamine, which is a glycoprotein, and B antigen which will be having the galactose as a glycoprotein. So it will be useful for the detection of blood grouping. And the O type, we don't have any type of the glycoprotein, so you can determine the blood group by using these glycoproteins. Okay, so this is all about the glycoproteins. We have seen the glycoproteins, their functions, their types, and some important fact about the antifreeze glycoprotein as well as blood group substance which is present in body. Okay, this is all about the glycoproteins, and this topic is very much important for the various pharma competitive exams. Thank you for watching.